She is making a big decision about you. If she does this, if a woman is doing this, she's not just casually hanging around. She's actively making a decision about whether you're going to be in her future or not. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what these signs mean and what you need to do about them. Because here's the thing, when a woman is evaluating you, she's not going to announce it. She's going to watch, she's going to test, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss your shot entirely. Now, before we get into it, I need you to be honest with yourself as we go through these signs. Don't make excuses. Don't rationalize. Just observe what's actually happening in your situation. Because awareness is everything. You can't play the game if you don't know you're in it. Sign number 1, she's testing your consistency. This is the big one that most guys completely miss. She's watching to see if you're the same person on day 1 as you are on day 30. Are you consistent with your communication? Do you follow through on what you say you're going to do? Or do you start strong and then fade out when the novelty wears off? Here's what's happening psychologically. Women have been burned by inconsistent men. The guy who's super interested in the beginning and then disappears. The guy who makes promises he doesn't keep. So, when she's considering whether you're long-term material, consistency is one of the first things she's evaluating. Let me give you an example. Let's say you tell her you're going to call her on Thursday. Thursday comes around. Do you call or do you forget because something else came up? These small moments matter way more than you think, because she's not just evaluating that one phone call. She's extrapolating into the future. She's asking herself, if you can't remember a simple phone call now, what happens when things get serious? What happens when I need him? So, what do you do about this? Simple. Be reliable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you can't commit to something, don't say you will. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being trustworthy. And trust is built through consistent action over time. Sign number 2, she's sign number 2. Watching how you handle pressure. This one's crucial. She's paying attention to how you react when things don't go your way. Do you stay calm when you're stressed? Do you handle conflict maturely? Or do you become a different person when life gets difficult? Here's why this matters. She's not just thinking about the good times, she's thinking about the hard times. Because relationships aren't tested when everything's perfect. They're tested when you're both tired, when money's tight, when life throws curveballs and she needs to know, can you handle it? Your brain might think she should accept me as I am, and yes, she should. But accepting you doesn't mean ignoring red flags. If you blow up over small inconveniences, she's thinking about what happens during big ones. If you shut down instead of communicating, she's wondering if you'll be emotionally available when she needs you. So, what's the move here? Develop emotional regulation. That doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, it means processing them like an adult. When something frustrates you, take a breath before you react. When there's conflict, stay engaged. Instead of running away or escalating, show how you're someone who can weather storms. Not someone who sign number 3 creates them. Sign number 3. She's observing how you treat others. This is the one that reveals your true character. She's not just watching how you treat her. She's watching how you treat the waiter, how you talk about your ex, how you interact with your friends, how you speak to strangers. Because that's the real you. A lot of guys make this mistake. They're on their best behavior with the woman they're interested in, but they're rude to service workers, or they trash talk people behind their backs, and women notice. They're thinking, okay, he's nice to me now because he wants something. But what happens when the honeymoon phase ends? Will I become the person he disrespects? Let me tell you something. Thing I learned, character isn't what you do when people are watching. It's what you do when you think nobody's paying attention. But she is paying attention, always. So here's what you need to do. Treat everyone with respect. Not because you're trying to impress her, but because that's who you actually are. Speak well of people even when they're not around. Show kindness without expecting anything in return. That's what separates boys from men. Sign number 4. She's evaluating your sign number 4, ambition and direction. This isn't about how much money you make. It's about whether you have a vision for your life. Do you have goals? Are you actively working towards something, or are you just floating through life hoping things work out? Women are attracted to purpose. They want to know that you're building towards something, that you have direction, that you're not just looking for someone to complete you or rescue you from your own lack of motivation. Here's the trap, though. Some guys think they need to have it all figured out to be attractive. That's not it. She doesn't need you to be at the finish line. She needs to see that you're running the race, that you have drive, that you're not stagnant. So, what do? Get clear on your goals. What do you want to achieve in the next year, 5 years? Start taking action on those things, not to prove something to her, but because you deserve to build a life you're proud of. And when you're actively pursuing your purpose, it shows. She'll see a man who's going somewhere, and that's magnetic. Sign number 5. Sign number 5, she's testing your emotional availability. This is the one that makes or breaks everything. She's trying to figure out if you can actually connect on a deeper level, or if you're emotionally closed off. Can you have real conversations? Can you be vulnerable without falling apart? Do you listen when she's sharing something important, or do you try to fix everything immediately? Here's what's happening in her mind. She's been with guys who couldn't open up, guys who kept everything surface level, guys who ran at the first sign of emotional intimacy, and she's not interested in doing that again. So she's testing to see if you're different. This doesn't mean you need to trauma dump on the second date. It means when she asks you a genuine question, you give her a genuine answer. When she shares something vulnerable, you don't dismiss it or change the subject. You show her that emotional depth doesn't scare you. So, here's the move. Practice being present in conversations. Put your phone away, make eye contact, ask follow-up questions. Share what's really going on with you, not just the highlight reel. Let her see that you're a human being with depth, not just a persona you're performing, what this all means, and what to do next. So, what does this all mean? Here's the bottom line. If she's doing these things, if she's testing your consistency, watching how you handle pressure, observing how you treat others, evaluating your direction, and testing your emotional availability, she's making a decision. She's figuring out if you're someone worth investing in. And this isn't a bad thing. This isn't her being manipulative or playing games. This is her being smart, because she's not just thinking about right now, she's thinking about her future, and she wants to make sure you're someone who's actually ready for what she has to offer. So, here's my challenge to you. Look at these 5 signs and ask yourself, how am I doing in each area? Where am I strong? Where do I need to grow? Because the goal isn't to fake these qualities, it's to actually develop them. Leave a comment below and tell me which sign hit home the most for you. Just say sign 1, sign 2. And so, final thoughts and challenge on, this isn't just about her. This is about becoming the kind of man who's ready for a real relationship. The kind of man who doesn't just attract a woman, he keeps her. And remember, whether it works out with her or not, the real work is always internal. It's about becoming someone who's emotionally mature, consistent, purposeful, and available. That's what makes you not just attractive, but genuinely valuable in any relationship. If this video gave you some clarity, smash that like button. Subscribe if you want more real talk about dating and relationships. And if you want to go deeper into understanding attraction and building unshakable confidence, I've got a free training linked in the description. Now, get out there and show up as your best self. Not for her, for you. Because when you do that, everything else falls into place. For now, subscribe and watch this.